Namaste, welcome. Please find a comfortable seat on your mat. You can sit however fits your body today. So notice that every day our bodies feel different. So if you need to support yourself with a blanket or a block or sit on a stool or a chair, find that comfortable position, seated position, and see if you can lengthen the spine. So I like to just move around a little bit, making sure that my sits bones are grounded. And then from here, I can lengthen the spine so I feel a sense of uprightness, so I'm aware and awake, but at the same time relaxed. So all the muscles around the spine are relaxed, but your spine is nice and tall. You can allow your hands to rest comfortably on top of your knees. Let the back of your neck be long, so bring your chin slightly towards your chest and feel as if the crown of your head, the top, not your chin, but the top of your head is lifting up. And as you just sit quietly for a moment, we're just taking a moment of pause to get inside the body, to notice the sensations in the body, and to notice even little things like leaning to one direction or leaning back or forward or side to side, or even little facial expressions that we don't even half the time are not conscious of doing. So notice if there's a frown between your eyebrows. Notice if you're squinting the eyes. Can you soften everything and just allow the jaws to be soft, the cheeks are soft. And then notice your breath. And try not to change the breath in any way. Just notice the inhalations and exhales. It's really important for us to become aware of where we are first. And then from that place of knowing, then we can head to our direction, right? So a lot of times we just want to jump ahead and go to this other place without really knowing where we're standing today. So see if you can feel that sensation in your body exactly the way it is without changing. Noticing your breath, even noticing the thoughts, noticing what's going on through your head. And then as you're ready, gently begin to blink your eyes open. And as you sit tall, just have your gaze slightly in front of you. So maybe about a two feet in front of you. And we're just going to do a little bit of a focus practice here. So go ahead and lift your fingertips up, so your hand up. Either hand is fine. And then take your gaze just to your fingertip. And then you're just going to keep the fingers exactly where they are, and then move the hand away from your eyes towards the floor. Keep your eyes on your finger, and then move it nice and slowly towards your fingers. So towards your face. So try not to rush this, right? So we want to stay focused on the fingers as you move the hand away from your eyes, and then bring it all the way back closer to your face, as close as you want to. And notice how just this simple practice is so relaxing and focusing. If you do it really nice and slowly, it's almost like you just all of a sudden become aware of your own body, your surroundings, your breath. One more time. It's a really lovely practice to do anytime you feel anxiety, or right before you're traveling, you feel like you have all these things to do. Just sit for a moment and move your fingers away and towards your face. Nice and slowly though. And then open your eyes. Lean back as you put your feet flat on your mat. Windshield wiper your knees side to side. So we're going to get a little bit into the hips today. Take your knees over to the left and back to the center, and to the right and back to the center. And see if you can keep the chest up. So try not to round the back as you're doing this. And then next time the knees are over to the left, pause there for a moment. So we're going to come into what's called 90-90. The left shin is going to be parallel to the top of your mat, and the left knee is 90 degrees. And then you take that right leg back behind you. For some of us, it really helps to sit on a blanket when you're doing this. And the same thing with the back leg. So try and have 90 degrees in the back leg. Bring your right hand to your hip, left hand next to your body. As you take a nice deep breath in, rotate your torso to the left. Let that right hip come off the ground. You can take your gaze over to the left if you like to, and then nice and slowly come back to the center. And again, inhale. As you open the chest, twist your torso to the left, and exhale back to the center. And inhale, take it over to your shoulder, and exhale back into the center. Last one, inhale and exhale. And then next time as you're coming to the left, pause there for a moment. Take both hands down and bring your elbows down to the floor. So the legs are staying 90-90. You're on your elbows as if you're doing a forearm plank. And then pause here for a moment, lengthen the spine, and exhale, drop the head down. And then you feel this nice opening in the hips. So this is kind of a version of pigeon pose, but it's very accessible for just almost everyone. Breathe into that left hip. Breathe into the right hip flexor. Let the head drop. Exhale it out. And then press yourself all the way back up. So come back to your hands, and then put your left hand down. Now turn your gaze over to the right foot, and then extend the right leg out, and then bring the right knee to your chest and cross the right heel from your body. So you're almost like in this Ardha Matsyendrasana position. And then extend the left leg back again, and then bring the right knee to your chest as you tap the right heel down. And extend that right leg back. So these are really great for hip mobility. Much of our tightness is caused from, of course, sitting, but also the mobilizers and stabilizers getting kind of stuck. So we want to lubricate the hip, the femur bone in the hip socket, extend it out, bring it back in, and one more time, extend, and then bring it all the way back in. Good. And then as you bring it back in, pause here for a moment. Put the right foot flat and lift the chest up. So now we're going to play with this a little bit. So lower that right knee down towards your left shin, and then bring it back to your chest. If this is pretty easy for you, you can bring that right ankle all the way on top of the left thigh, and then bring the right knee up and lower it down. Make sure that your knee feels okay in this position. If you feel any twinge or anything at all, put that right foot flat on the floor next to you. So press that right knee down. Try not to force anything. We're just kind of, again, lubricating that right hip. And inhale and exhale one more time. And inhale and exhale. Beautiful. And then put that right foot next to the left foot. So the left knee is down on the floor, the right knee is up towards the sky. Reach your right fingertips forward, left fingertips up, and stretch it out. Take a nice deep breath here. So the left knee is in butterfly pose, the right knee is malasana. If you want to, you can do any variation with your arms. You can create a bind if you like to, but nothing is mandatory. You just want to twist your torso to the left. And then come back to the center, put both feet flat on the floor, drop your knees over to the right. And we're going to do the 90-90 here. So bring in the right shin up so it's parallel to the top of your mat, and left shin back. Try and keep the knees 90 degrees, which way you can. Take your left hand to your hip, left hip, and then right fingertips down next to you. Inhale, roll your chest open. Oh, this should feel so good. Exhale, lower that left hip down. Inhale, breathe into your heart as you rotate your torso to the right, and then exhale and come all the way back to the center. Inhaling, roll, and exhaling down. And again, inhale and exhale. And last time, and as you pause here for a moment, bring both hands down onto the floor. Inhale, press the earth away as you lift the chest up, so lengthen the spine, and then exhale, lower the elbows down to the floor. Let the head drop here for a moment. This is a great opening pose. So just breathe into that right hip and left hip flexor. You want to try and keep the spine as long as you possibly can. Nice deep inhalations and exhales. And then as you're ready, go ahead and come on back up on your hands. Place the right hand down, and you can extend the left leg out, and then bring that left heel across your body as you tap your heel to the outside of the right thigh. And then extend the left leg out and bring the left heel in and tap. And extend out and bring it in and tap. Good. And extend. You can even visualize that hip socket getting lubricated, the head of the femur bone getting lubricated in the hip socket. And a couple more. Extend and bring it in. Last one. And take it all the way back and extend it, and then bring it in. And then this time stay here, and you're just gonna with the help of your right hand, just gently press that left knee open and then bring it to your chest. If this is too easy for you, you can bring that right ankle on top of the left thigh and then press that knee open. Again, please don't force anything, right? So we want to be very, very gentle with the hips. The minute we force something, our body just resists it naturally. So you want to be able to let the body open up by itself. Inhale and exhale. And last one. Very nice. Come back to the center again. Put the hands down, put the feet flat on the floor. We're going to extend the heels away from the hips and then take that right ankle on top of the left knee. So this is really entirely depends on you. You can sit up a little bit taller so you can bring your body towards your knees, and or you can bring the knees a little bit closer to your chest. So go wherever you feel this stretch in that right hip. Make sure that right foot is flexed, the right ankle is flexed to protect the right knee. So sit tall, go as close as you want to. And then while we're here, we're just going to rotate the neck to the right and then rotate and look over to the left shoulder. Rotate it to the right. Make sure your chin is not lifted. So bring the chin slightly towards your chest. Even if you can keep the chin parallel to the floor, all you're doing is rotating the cervical spine to one side and then the other, and over and out. And one more time, inhale and exhale. Beautiful. And then extend that left leg straight. The right knee, the right ankle, excuse me, can come up a little bit higher on your left thigh if this is okay for your knee. If this doesn't work for your knee, then just put the right foot on the inside of the left ankle or left thigh, sorry. So now extend that left leg straight. Make sure the left toes are not turned out this way. Make sure the toes are pointing straight up towards the sky. You're pressing the heels down. And keep a slight bend in that left knee. So we don't want to hyperextend the knee. Take a nice deep breath here. As you exhale, begin to fold forwards towards your left toes. And then inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale and forward. Remember, if you're feeling any pain whatsoever in that right knee, please put the right foot on the inside of the left thigh. And one more time, inhale and exhale. Beautiful. And then this time as you come on up, take that right knee all the way over So now the right knee is stacked on top of the left knee. Here, I would strongly suggest that if you have a blanket, to put it in between the knees, or you can even use a block, and make sure that the top knee is supported by something. And then interlace the fingers around the top knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, and bow forward. And then as you pause here for a moment, we're going to stay here for a couple minutes. So let the hands rest comfortably on the floor, or you can keep the hands on the shin or on your knee, but let the head drop completely. And keep that left foot flexed. So really, it's important that that left leg is strong. You're pressing the heel down, press the calf down and the hips down, and just nice deep breaths in. You feel that stretch all the way from your Achilles tendon through the calves and back of the knees, and then all the way through the hips, and maybe you feel it even in your low back. Send some nice deep breaths into the legs, into the hips. One more deep breath in, and exhale it out through an open mouth. Inhale through the nose, and sigh it out. Exhale through an open mouth. Let it go. One more time, please. Inhale. Exhale. And then gently press yourself all the way up. Lean back once again. Extend both legs out. You can shake the legs, or you can wag the feet side to side. And then as you're ready, we're going to switch to the other side. So bend the right knee. Take the left ankle on top of the right knee. And again, start easy, right? So start with the heel away from the hip. You're leaning back as if you're sitting on the beach, checking out everybody who's swimming. Maybe if you want a little bit more stretch, then you lift the torso up, bring the chest closer to your legs. Maybe if you want a little bit more, bring the heel a little bit closer to your buttocks. And then flex that left foot. The flexion of that left ankle actually protects the knee. So make sure that left shin, by activating the shin, the left shin. So flex the left foot, lift the chest up, pause here for a moment. Feel that nice stretch in that left hip. You can sit up as much as you want to. Bring the legs as close as you want to your chest. And then just send some nice deep breaths into that left hip. Exhale it out. One more time. I find that with hips and hamstrings, you really want to just hold the poses for a little bit, right? So not so much moving or flowing, but really just stretching out. And then slowly begin to lean back, extend that right leg straight. Now, your choice again, you want to bring that left ankle up a little bit higher towards the thighs, or if it bothers your knee, take that left foot and put it on the inside of the right thigh. And then you're just going to lift the chest up, inhale. Keep that right foot flexed, so press the right heel down, the ankle is flexed, and then exhale and bow forward. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale and bow forward. And do this a couple more times. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale and bow. And then one last one. Inhale, lift the heart up. Exhale and bow, and then pause here for a moment. So let the head completely drop. Make sure that left knee feels okay. This is really, really important. If you feel anything in that left knee whatsoever, put the left foot on the inside of the right thigh. And then inhale, lift the chest all the way. Now take that left knee all the way across your body. So you want to stack the knees here. And if your left knee is way up in the air, try and put something in between the knees. You can put pillows or blocks or blankets. Interlace the fingers around the knee. Lift the chest, inhale, and then exhale and bow forward. And then we're going to stay here for a moment. So let the head drop. Keep that right foot flexed, and then notice if your toes are sickling out this way. Make sure the toes are pointing straight up towards the ceiling. Bring your hands down on the floor, let the head drop. We're going to stay here for 2 minutes, so close your eyes and just feel that deep, deep stretch all the way from your Achilles tendon through the back of the knees and the hips and low back. And exhale. Breathe into it and let all that fascia release. One more deep breath in and exhale through an open mouth. 2 more times. Inhale through the nose and sigh it out. And again, last one. Inhale through the nose and big sigh out. And then gently begin to press yourself all the way up. Take your time, nice and easy, coming up. Extend that left leg straight. Shake the legs out. You can lean back, wag your feet side to side. And then bring both knees all the way up to your chest, please. And come to tabletop pose. So move, if you're sitting on anything, move it to the side. Come to on all fours, hands and knees. Inhale, lift the left leg up. And then bend the left knee. And as you do that, flex the left foot and take it behind the right foot and tap your left knee down. Inhale, extend that leg up again, and then bring the left knee to your left shoulder. Inhale, send the left leg up, take it across your body, tap the left knee on the outside of the right knee. Inhaling up, exhale, left knee towards your left shoulder. One more time, inhale. Exhale, tap, inhale up, exhale out, and then this time as you tap across your body, lean back. So you want to stay here. Maybe you can bring your elbows down, drop the head down. Just nice deep breath in. Maybe you can really lean onto that right hip. And then press yourself all the way back up. Extend that left leg back again, and this time step the left foot to the outside of the left hand, right? So we're kind of in this offset lunge position. Now drop the right hip down and then roll to the outside edge of that left foot. Take your left hand on the inside of the left thigh as you lift your chest open. Some of you may be able to come down on your right elbow, but please be mindful that you're not forcing your body to get into any shapes, right? So that is not really the purpose of why we're here. We want to work with our bodies the way it is at this moment. And then another thing that you may notice is that we're so different day to day. So something you may have done easily yesterday is not necessarily that easy today, and that's okay too. And then gently come on all the way back up. And you're going to heel toe that left ankle towards your right wrist. So now we're getting ready for our pigeon prep, right? So this is our peak pose. Either people love this or hate this, but come up on your fingertips. And if you feel any tension in the knee, in that left knee, please take a blanket, sit on your blanket or your blocks. So this lifts the hip up and it makes it a lot more accessible. So go wherever it feels good. Inhale, wave like, lift the chest open, exhale, and bow forward. And then this one we're gonna hold for 2 minutes. So close your eyes here. See if you can really let that right hip melt down towards the floor. And then imagine you have a little internal massage therapist that is kind of massaging that left hip. In fact, you can even take your left knuckles and just kind of rake that left hip wherever you feel the tension. Really nice in terms of like it helps you open up a little bit, you know, like you're just kind of saying it's okay to relax. This is a safe area, safe space, and it allows you to Kind of relax that piriformis muscle that tends to get really tight. And then go ahead and come on all the way back up. Take a nice deep breath here. Send that left knee back. Inhale, lift the right leg up, flex the knee, and then take the right knee across your body behind the left knee and tap. And then take that right leg up again. This time bring the right knee towards your right shoulder. Again, extend the leg up. Take the right knee behind the left knee, tap. Lift the right leg up and take it to your right shoulder. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, tap. Inhale and up. Exhale onto your shoulder. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Inhale, up. Exhale, out. And then this time as you take the right knee behind the left knee, you're going to stay here. Bring the elbows down. Drop the head down. Lean onto that left hip. Make sure your head is completely dropped. You don't need to look forward to anything. And then gently press yourself all the way up. Take that right leg up and back again. And this time step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Now as you let the left knee drop to the floor, let that left hip melt. And then roll to the outside edge of that right foot. Take the right hand on the inside of the right thigh and then roll the chest towards the right. Now here you have the option of coming down to the left elbow, which makes the pose a little bit deeper, but you know, go where you want to. Deeper is not always the best. Just nice deep breaths into that right hip. And then come on all the way back up. Heel toe that right foot closer to your left wrist. Drop the shin down towards the floor and get prepped for your pigeon prep. So again, if you need to, please, please, please take a blanket or pillow, put it under your hip. Your right hip is going to be lifted up, so it makes it a little bit easier to move here. And then make sure that the right knee doesn't feel any pain at all. Inhale, come up to your fingertips, lift the heart. Exhale and bow forward. And then we'll stay here for a moment. So really look at this pose as a resting pose instead of hell. Sometimes just a change in perspective allows us to appreciate the benefits of the pose. So you can take your right knuckles and just kind of massage that right hip if you need to. If you find an edgy spot, you can just stay there and just kind of massage around it. Just to kind of let the piriformis know that it can release. And just breathe into the right hip. Imagine your breath is like a massage therapist, just opening space. One more deep breath in here. Exhale it out. And then gently press yourself all the way up. Take that right knee back. You can shake the legs out, or you can move that leg, circle it around, whatever works best for you, whatever your body organically needs. And then as you're ready, just take it to a nice, easy child's pose. So let your knees be wide apart from each other. Bring your big toes together and then drop down to your elbows, and you can bring the forehead down on the floor, or you can stack your hands and rest your forehead on top of your hands. And just let your spine be long. Close your eyes here. Breathe into your belly. Exhale. 2 more times. Nice deep inhales. Exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. And then gently press yourself all the way up. Cross your ankles, sit in between your heels, and you're just going to extend the legs out and come all the way on your back, please. So bring the knees to your chest, hug the knees in, rock a little bit side to side initially. And then as you're ready, take that right knee all the way over the left knee. So it's going to look like you're sitting cross-legged. Right knee over the left. And you can stay here and just hold on to your shins or your knee. Or if you want to, you can see if you can grab your ankles. Some of you may be able to grab the outside edges of your feet. And if you've got your feet, I'm going to ask you to lower the tailbone down towards the floor, but at the same time bring the heels closer to your shoulders. So you're really going to squeeze the inner thighs together, lower the tail down, and bring the heels as close as you can to your shoulders. And then stay here. So your legs are in these Gomukhasana legs. And this is really a nice deep stretch for those hips. Now check in with your shoulders and jaws. Make sure you're not holding any unnecessary tension in the jaws, especially. Open and close your jaws here. And then release the feet. Keep your knees exactly where they are. Bring your left foot flat on the floor. Lift your hips up, shift your hips over to the right, and then drop your knees over to the left. And you can extend the right arm all the way up, and this should feel really nice on your low back and the hips. So you are getting a little bit of an IT stretch here, as well as the hips and the low back. And you can let the weight of the left hand drive your right knee down. Take your gaze over to the right shoulder or close your eyes. And then gently come all the way back to the center. Bring that right knee to your chest, please. Extend the left leg straight. Rotate that right ankle one direction and rotate it the opposite direction. And then straighten that right leg. Take your hands to your calves or your ankles or whatever you have flexibility, maybe the back of your thighs. And then gently pick up your head and shoulders off the ground as you draw the leg a little bit closer to your chest. Breathe into the back side of the leg. Inhale and exhale and lower that leg down. And then bend the right knee. Take the left knee all the way across. So you're crossing the knees here. Bring the knees up. You can interlace your fingers around the shin or ankles or outside edges of your feet. And if you've got your feet, squeeze your inner thighs together. So you really want to bring the inner thighs as close as you can towards each other as you're taking the heels away from each other and towards your shoulders. And then let the tailbone stay on the floor. So the tailbone wants to roll up, don't let it. Lower the tail down. Nice deep breath in here. Exhale it out. And a couple more times, really breathe deeply into those hips and inner thighs. And exhale. And again, make sure to check in. See that the chin is not lifted. Bring the chin slightly to your chest. Exhale it out. And then release the feet. Bring the bottom of the right foot down on the floor. Lift the hips up and shift your hips over to the left. That's going to let you drop your knees to the right. And extend the left arm above your head as you take your gaze to the left. Or you can always close your eyes here. And inhale, come all the way back up to the center. Bring that left knee to your chest, extend the right leg straight, rotate the left ankle one direction and then the other direction. And then extend the left leg. Your hands can go anywhere you can, either on your hamstring, calves, or ankle. Inhale and exhale, lift the head and shoulders up as you bring the leg a little bit closer to your chest. Pause here for a moment. And then release the head down. Bring both knees up. Grab outside edges of your feet. Happy baby pose. You can rock your baby side to side. And who doesn't like happy baby pose? I mean, everybody likes this one. If you'd like to, you can straighten one leg and bend the other knee. Or maybe straighten both legs or keep both knees straight. Whatever works best. Bring the soles of your feet together, please. Lower the heels down towards your groin. And then slowly lower the feet down. Take a nice deep breath here. Bring the heels a little bit closer to your buttocks. Lift the hips up. Just one little back bend here. Nice deep breath into those hips. And then exhale. Lower the hips all the way down. And extend the legs out. And my dear yogis, you're ready for your final pose, Shavasana. So extend the arms out. Palms are open. Close your eyes. Breathe into your belly. Exhale it out. And just feel the sensations in your hips. Maybe you feel tingling or pulsing or energy flowing in the hips. Just notice these little nuances to the body. As you're ready, gently begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your toes and fingertips. Draw one knee to your chest and then the other knee to your chest. Notice which nostril you're breathing out of a little bit easier. Roll over to that side and pause for a moment. And then with the strength in your top arm, press yourself to a comfortable seat, please. Bringing your hands to the heart center. Bow down to yourself. It's always my joy and pleasure to guide you through your practice. Thank you so much. Namaste.